Hello, welcome back to Inaudible, the podcast that's impossible to listen to and is here now.
How is everyone?
Good, thanks.
I haven't spoken to you for a little while.
A little while? No, it's been 3,000 years.
At least three.
How many podcasts has it been?
Just the one.
Just the one? Okay.
Yeah, because we
Feels a lot long.
Why does it feel a bit longer then?
Glad to see nothing's changed around here.
That was longer than before. Yes,
no, it was because
I'm excited.
We spoke about Game of Thrones episode 1. We didn't speak about Game of Thrones episode 2, and now we're going to speak about Game of Thrones episode 3.
Let's just have a quick chat about episode 2. Absolutely fucking brilliant.
I can't really remember it.
It's where they were just sitting around talking and character building.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. It was
just shows how interesting a show it actually is, doesn't it?
Was just,
no. It was so good.
Bringing it. They were bringing them all together, ready for the big. It was like the deep breath before the storm.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit shell shocked afterwards.
Yes, Game of Thrones, Series 8, Episode 3.
Yes. So there's plenty of things that you could nitpick if you were being a sado. So let's do that now.
I didn't find a problem with the lighting.
No, I didn't, but I was watching it in lower quality, so it was quite difficult to make things out sometimes.
That's fair.
I'm not sure how much of that was the quality and how much of that was the lighting.
Fair enough. What else are you going to pick apart?
So something it didn't really
spoilers, by the way.
Yeah, spoilers. It didn't bother me when I was watching it, but talking about it to people, we kind of said talking about it with people, we realised actually that was really stupid. Their battle plan. What was that battle plan all about?
What, the Dothraki?
Well, all of it. First of all, let's send the Dothraki in without any support, and just watch them all die, and then add to the army of the dead. Yeah, great idea, great plan. Let's keep the catapult in front of our infantry, and then let's also build a defensive position and put our army outside of it. Didn't make any sense, but anyway. Oh, and we've got this huge mobile flamethrower that was just going to sit and watch for a bit.
Yeah, I didn't like how they didn't use Drogon straight away.
Yeah, but like I said, that's nitpicking. It didn't bother me in the episode at all because the episode was really good. The one thing that did bother me in the episode was, and this is a problem with Game of Thrones since it overtook the books, is that it never felt like anyone was in any real danger.
No, agreed.
It did at the start because they're all there, and the horde of zombies suddenly smashes into them, and I was sat there thinking, oh shit, is everyone going to die? Everyone who's outside the walls is just going to get instantly killed.
Yeah, like I felt it would have meant a lot more if somebody had died in that first wave.
Yeah, or if...
Because from then on, you've got no fucking clue.
Yeah. Or like if the main characters had been a bit further back, sort of like in the command position or something, and you saw the front row of red shirts getting absolutely annihilated, then you'd be sat there thinking, oh no, our characters might be killed. But instead what happened was...
That's basically what the Dothraki were, weren't it?
Well, I suppose, yeah. But then you ended up seeing people sort of be crushed by 10 enemy whites, and then it would cut to another scene, and then it would come back to that scene, and they'd just be fine fighting them all off again, and you'd kind of think, well, what does it take to kill these people?
The bit that really stuck out for me with that bit was during the end section where you see Jaime, Brienne, and Pod just fighting off a load of wargs against the wall, and I'm just like, really? Pod survived? I mean, nothing against him, but you know,
he just flashes Willy at him or something.
That's what the whores loved. They loved his golden voice.
Oh, oh dear. That reminds me. There was a reference when Bronn was having his way with two whores, one of whom the pox will take within the year. And they were mentioning about their favourite one, Eddie with the red hair and the lovely voice, was killed. Yeah. And that was meant to be featuring Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Yes. How do you feel about the ending?
So the scene where Arya was creeping around in the library was so tense, and you're watching the whole thing thinking there's going to be a jump scare in a minute, and then there kind of wasn't, and then when there was a jump scare, it was over very quickly. I kind of felt like they were setting her up to be kill.
But to be dead?
Yeah, to be kill, yeah. With all the way that it was like she was getting further and further into trouble, but then then she wasn't. I'd be really interested to know whether it works out the same way in the books.
I feel like what they're going to do in the books is have it so they actually lose Winterfell, have to retreat down to Moat Cailin, and then have because like this is the main problem I have now. Now that it's the Great War is over, all the Wargs and the White Walkers are defeated. Cersei's pretty much won.
Yeah, they don't have enough of an army.
Nobody in Essos or anyone in the South is going to believe it was anything other than a story.
It's true. It's true.
If the White Walkers had come further south, say Moat Cailin or hell even the Twins, then it would have made it a very real threat.
But isn't that kind of the that's one of the main themes though, isn't it? No one believes it at any point because it's just stories, and it's only the Northmen who actually believe it.
The North remembers.
Exactly. But yes, no, I kind of feel like it might end up this way in the book as well, with Arya killing him, because they had a little explanation as to why Beric Dondarrion had been brought back to life all the time. It was to save Arya in that hallway.
Yeah.
That's also why the Hound won his trial by combat against Beric, was so that he could stay alive and look after Arya and then rescue her in that hallway later on. Push her down the path of being a killer. It kind of all comes together. All the bad shit that happened to the Starks that messed up Arya's head was also leading up to this moment. So I did really like that. I thought that was quite neat.
It was quite nice to see her go for the stab, get caught by the throat, drop the knife, and then stab it into him.
Yes,
that was so
because she's done that
cool.
before as well.
Yeah, she has.
Which is it was quite nice. And it was a lot more interesting than just having the main hero save the day, like Jon or Daenerys. Even though Arya is one of the most popular characters still.
But the thing is, like, everyone's complaining about how it was too easy. But when you think about it, they lost the battle.
Yeah.
Jon stood no chance. Everything else that they had thought up to do completely failed.
Yeah.
And the fact that people are complaining, oh, there was no way she was able to sneak up on him. It's like the scene in the library proved, in the same episode, showed that she was moving more silently than blood dripping.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she's literally been proven to be.
She's literally a fucking assassin.
Yeah, she was trained to be one of the best assassins in the known world. She's very good at it. Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're like, oh, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, and I was like, oh, who really was the Night King? Did you watch season 6?
Yeah. It's not.
They literally showed you his creation.
I think everyone gets too caught up in some of the theories, like Bran is the Night King and Jon is the Night King and all that. Like, not everyone has to be someone. Not everyone's going to turn out to be Catelyn Tully with a throat slit.
Although I will admit, when Melisandre was riding towards the army, at the very beginning, one of my friends said, "Is that Lady Stoneheart?"
Do you know, I said the same thing in the episode where Jaime arrived in Winterfell because he was wearing a black cloak. And I was who the fuck? Wait a minute, what? But no, it was Jaime Lannister with his black hair.
I thoroughly enjoyed the episode.
Yeah, it was very good.
50 nights of filming was fucking incredible.
50 nights of filming?
Yeah.
Wow.
It took 50 nights to film that episode.
That's impressive. I think that's going to be one that they submit for an Emmy, like they did with Battle of the Bastards, isn't it?
I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
But then again, it'll probably get upped by Infinity War. Oh, sorry, Endgame.
That won't be in the Emmys though. That's
true.
They're in the same category.
No, but in terms of giant battles with metric fuck tons of named characters,
I'm going to see that next week, so we'll have to talk about it.
Good.
Next week.
Yep, that's fine.
Yeah. There was to just talk about the episode. Just some of the kinematography. There's one particular scene where John's trying to get to the Night King at the very end, and it's just like a long tracking shot of him running down the hallway with all fights going on around him. Then the ceiling collapses and it all pans around it. Oh, that was a great fucking shot.
Yeah,
just
it really was.
Props to that shot.
Props to the whole fucking episode.
Yeah, it was
beautifully shot, and the music was incredible.
That was the next thing I was going to say. It was, and at the end, it reminded me of Westworld. That music, because I guess it's the same composer. And I
got a flashback to Cersei's trial.
Oh yeah, good shout.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my god, it's slowly building. Yeah!
Yes, and as CGP Grey likes to say, internet personality CGP Grey likes to say that music is cheating because you can just trick the brain into an emotional response, and they did that very well in this episode.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So this is where you feel scared. This is where you feel hyped. This is where you feel angry.
What else happened?
Anyway, that was...
I think that was it. I think we just really liked... Oh,
yeah.
Shit. What did you think of Daenerys impaling... what's he called? Ser Jorah onto someone's sword? She threw him onto a sword. Go and watch it. Because I didn't notice this either, but someone said, mate, did you see she threw matey onto that sword? That's how he talks. And I went back and watched it. I said to him today, oh yeah, you were right. I didn't notice that. She just completely throws him onto the sword. And he gets impaled on it.
Shit. Okay, I'll have a watch back.
Because then at the end, she's all sad and crying, and you sat there thinking, hang on, you kind of did this to him.
Well, I suppose there's one way to get him out of the way and nobody's going to think twice about it. Oh,
Yeah.
he died protecting her. When actually she killed him just to get out of that. That's how you escape the friend zone.
That's what I thought. She was like, oh, shit, now's my chance.
Oh, poor Danny.
Dear, oh dear.
Anyway.
Yes. I think we can leave it there. We just all agreed it was very, very good.
Yes.
Flim chat. So we've had chat. Let's have now Flim chat.
Right.
As a trailer for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Oh my fucking god.
Something for us to
Do
get
you
our
think
teeth
this is the
into.
start of a Smash Bros. Connected universe?
Oh my god. Ooh. God, I hope not. I mean,
We've got Detective Pikachu, we've got Sonic the Hedgehog.
I mean, if Detective Pikachu is the
And
start,
they're going to do a Mario Brothers movie.
are they really?
Yeah.
But the last one was definitive. How could you redo that?
Easily. But I'm
guessing we're not on Game of Thrones anymore then.
No, we're on to an even bigger travesty.
Okay.
Did you see the trailer for Sonic the Hedgehog?
I've seen the thumbnail and I don't really want to click the trailer just because I can tell it's going to be bad. I haven't seen the trailer, but I heard Ray watching it in the background. He was watching it on his phone, so I didn't see it, and it kind of just sounded like they were ripping off Detective Pikachu, but with Sonic.
I mean, it kind of feels like they made it in 3 months after Detective Pikachu was announced.
So there are two things which spring to mind. One, Jim Carrey now has horrendous backache from carrying this entire fucking film.
Wait, Jim Carrey's in it?
Yeah, he's Robotnik.
Jim Carrey's in the film playing 90s Jim Carrey.
Yeah. It is the 90s film we need.
Might be worth a look just for that, maybe.
Yeah. The other thing, Sonic has hips.
Sonic don't look right.
The main reason he doesn't look right is they've given him a waist.
See, we've mentioned this before about Detective Pikachu, how we like how they've not tried to make it, like there's those realistic Pokemon drawings, which are really good, where it imagines like, oh, this,
Pokemon in IR.
Honedge is probably like some kind of beetle with an eye pattern on its back or something like that. They haven't gone down that route. They've literally just made the designs of the Pokemon in sort of the real world. Yeah. They've given them fur or they've given them scales, whatever, but they still just look like the Pokemon. Whereas with Sonic in this, it kind of feels like they've tried to give him a realistic like design.
And it just doesn't fucking work.
No.
They've tried to make him a bit too humanoid. I think that's what Ray says. He's too long. He's too lanky, sort of thing.
Yeah. He is very thin.
Yeah. They've kind of tried to appeal to the furries, sort of thing.
He needs to get some rings in him.
Oh.
So that's how it actually looks on the left and how it should look on the right.
Oh, geez, that is really bad. Ooh, yeah.
The right is so much better, yeah.
And here's another one for you.
Yeah.
It just doesn't look right, does it?
No, yeah, because he's a cartoon character at the end of the day, isn't he? Or, he should have the proportions and the look of a cartoon character.
Yeah. You see what I mean by he has hips?
Yeah.
That's the main thing that's wrong with it for me.
And he doesn't have the gap.
Yeah, like, normally, Sonic is a head with a body and legs. There's no waistline there.
Did you say it was a head with a jog?
Head with a jog. That makes a lot more sense. Head with a jog.
One of those jogging hedges you get down the garden centre.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he just looks like a kid in a suit.
Yeah, it just
They've stuck a green screen suit on someone
It's
and then
got more-
CGI'd him over it, basically.
it's got more in common with Sonic than Sonic.
Frankly,
He
I
did
don't
say
know-
gotta go fast.
Yeah. See what I mean? It looks more like the film version than the actual one. Also, I found this one, which I thought was fucking
Oh
hilarious.
no.
Hi, just to let you know, I'll put a link to the picture in the show notes so you can experience it as well. Go and look at it now, and then press play. I mean, pause it, then go and look at it, then press play. You know what I mean? Just it's in the show notes. That's just really tickled me.
Then, of course, you know what they're going to do for the third character.
No.
Uganda Knuckles.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh my God.
I noticed
I'm
It's like
probably
how-
not going to go see this film.
I'm going to go and see it out
You
of
are- you are-
sheer morbid curiosity. And
Yeah,
for
you
Jim
are-
Carrey.
Biggest Sonic fan out of the three of us as well.
Easily. I
You
grew
have
up with
more.
this shit.
You have more to lose from this film.
Oh, I do.
When will you learn?
me and Christian will completely forget this film exists if it's bad. You'll always remember it.
Well, it depends if it's bad and quotable.
It would basically be like his version of our Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yes.
or my version of Power Rangers.
What Power Rangers?
Although that
was
wasn't
good.
actually too bad.
Power Rangers was really good.
Yeah.
I should point
I
out,
really liked Power
I've,
Rangers.
I've never
I know,
seen
yeah,
Dragon
yeah.
Ball Evolution.
What, the live action one?
Yeah, I've never seen it. I've seen like nostalgia
Don't.
critics review
Don't.
and things like that.
Yeah. You've saved yourself a torture.
Yeah.
Just like looking at these designs, I actually prefer Sonic. It's just not right.
It's just not right, man.
It's left.
That's true.
It's like so much attention and care and joy and love has been put into Detective Pikachu.
Whereas
And, like-
this has left all the attention, care, joy, and love out of it.
Ah.
Because it's not right. It's left.
It's like they're trying to make it.
I'll see myself out.
Yeah, I'm just confused.
like- Oh my god, Cold Steel the Hedgehog.
Yes, that's my favourite Sonic character.
Fuck you, Kevin. Stop showing up my fucking DeviantArt, you piece of shit. Trent Reznor, short nails. Likes 9-inch nails, brackets, the band.
This is where Ozzy, when I kept on talking about the final battle, this is where I got it from. In Digimon.
my god.
Okay. The final Pavati Patel.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh, yes, sorry. Linking back to that, the point you brought up in the VOD of the podcast about the episode 9 trailer.
Okay, should we just explain what we're talking about?
So, we were talking about the episode 9 trailer for Star Wars.
Yes.
And you mentioned you did a little extra bit in the VOD on YouTube where you pointed out that Palpatine in Return of the Jedi couldn't have been a Force projection because he got physically touched by Vader.
Yeah.
To which I would like to counter with the dice.
The dice, yes, of course. Okay, good point.
Yeah, and earlier in Last Jedi, you had Rey and Kylo touching, and there was like water splash between them. So
Okay.
so that connection there, it's plausible because the dice were, and Luke also kissed Leia on the head. So you know.
Okay, that's what I'm. As I was saying, I wasn't saying it was completely false. I was just saying I wasn't sure if it could be true. But
Yeah, but
now I'm convinced.
I feel like that's kind of it's a good point. I feel.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Yes.
And with that, the podcast can come to a close.
Yes.
It's like I open at the close on the Stitch. I come to the close.
You come on her clothes?
Yeah.
I thought you
Dirty
said.
bastard.
I thought you just said I open at the close on the Stitch.
Oh yeah, off of Lilo and Stitch. Do
Yeah.
you remember when Lilo had to catch
the close.
Stitch in her mouth?
God, there's an image.
Like one of the big fish from the Naboo planet core.
do you remember the Lilo and Stitch TV show?
Yes.
No.
No,
was like
it was like they had
100 more.
Was it like Show TV or something?
Yeah, because
No, Disney Channel.
Stitch
well, you
was
are,
experiment 626, and
Oh,
so
yes.
so it was about all his 600 and 25 cousins.
Yeah.
Each episode following a different cousin. Ran for 12 years.
Like, one of them was so...
It was basically Lilo and Stitch meets Pokemon.
Yeah, one of them was so hyper-intelligent that he didn't want to fight anything. He just wanted to make sandwiches.
But that's usually how it would end, is they're usually at the start causing trouble, then Lilo and Stitch come along, show them the error of their ways and how Ohana means family and it's good to do the right thing, and then they become a solid member of the community. As all aliens
And then
should.
are never seen again.
Yes.
Then the economy collapses as they have to provide for the 626 stitches.
No, I actually enjoyed it when I was a kid. I don't know.
I vaguely remember enjoying it, yeah.
Yeah. I haven't watched it since, so...
I don't think
it could
anybody
be
has.
completely bad.
It's in the Wayback Machine somewhere.
I doubt there was 625 episodes.
Oh, no, God, no. There's probably like
So-
one season at most.
Yes, I don't think we got through them all. But
There was a grand total of 65 episodes over 2 seasons.
So like 10 per episode then. I presume they
Yeah.
got through all of them. Otherwise, why would it have finished?
they were only one number off. They had the 6 and the 5. They just needed
Yeah.
the 2.
Sorry, 625, voiced by Rob Paulson, was a lazy coward who prefers to make sandwiches rather than fight.
Ah, there we go.
Wedge of sand.
Oh, they had 7, 624, 221. I don't know why I'm looking so much
Did
into
they
this.
have a 666?
No, because there were only
Did
626.
they have the 456?
Oh.
Have what?
The 456?
Oh, probably. The fuck is Leroy and Stitch?
Leroy Jenkins.
That was the third movie.
Is that when Lilo grows up and realizes that she's been trapped in the wrong body all along?
Yeah. It's just Leroy Jenkins and Stitch.
Yeah.
Leroy!
Like the advert says, run time 90 minutes or whatever. Then you go into it, about half an hour into it, he just goes, Leroy Jenkins, and the film ends.
Oh god, Leroy is Stitch's evil twin.
That was it. I've got
Oh,
it somewhere on a 50 pence charity shop DVD.
So does that make it... Yeah, it makes him 627.
Yeah.
That name is not
Would-
thematically consistent.
Oh,
would he be-
Leroy's number is never mentioned in the movie. Jumbo tries to call him 627, but Guntu reminds him that he's already made experiment 627.
Fucking Gunty.
Yeah, so if it's Stitch's evil twin, then wouldn't it be like 626.2?
Yeah.
Five.
Yeah. 626A.
Yeah, or B.
Yeah.
You'd sort of at that moment, Stitch's name would suddenly change to 626A.
Stitch 3.2 times 2 generation 5.
Is that after the
Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy.
All right, on that bombshell,
Okay,
it's time to end.
okay.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Your task, as ever, is to tell one other person about the podcast who doesn't already know about it. We then planned a trip for the 3 of us to go and see Detective Pikachu in the cinema. Cool.
I just want to point out,
Oh,
when I booked for Pokemon Detective Pikachu, it's booked for 1 adult ticket and 2 child tickets.
I mean, I might just about be able to get away with it.
I'm taking you all out for frosted chocolate milkshakes.
Okay, we're gonna.
It's
we're
quite
gonna
bad how the one thing that struck into my mind was, who's going to be the adult?
Yeah.
It was definitely between you two.
Well, they know me, so...
You can stick me in a school uniform. I can actually look like 16, 17.
Is there a big
I
red
call dibs on
cancel
the skirt.
button?
What? No, it's already gone through, but it'll be
We're
fine.
never going to get away with this. We have to do something about it.
Yeah.
It'll
I
be
mean,
fine.
I can dress child it. Well, I mean,
Like I said, I'll call dibs on the schoolgirl outfit.
I was gonna say you used to work there, so
Yeah.
fingers crossed you can.
I didn't mean to just, like, weird
Pull
them
a
out. I
fruit-
just meant
fruit-
generally.
Keep straight.
Yeah.
It'll be fine, don't worry.
Oh.
I just thought it'd be kind of funny. I didn't do it deliberately, I'd like to point out.
Sure.
The tickets are all the same price, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. I thought they'd be cheaper. That's why I was saying we're not going to get away with it. But okay, it doesn't matter then, does
They're all
it?
$4.99.
All right, okay. Was it just like earlier when you were saying nothing's changed? This is your kind of your subconscious is ascribed. I'm here with the children. Oh dear, oh dear.
Oh god, I'm just too tired.
Just so you can see that I can kind of get away with it in a school uniform.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna say this.
Oh dear.
Might want to check your background before you send a screenshot.
What's the... Oh... dear.
Oh yeah. I didn't even notice that.
At least it was... like, how can you... Like, well, okay. You can only just about see the images, can't you?
I can see the titles, for sure.
Can you? Okay. I can't read the titles from here, even on the screenshot.
Oh, I'm just finding it hilarious. You might want to edit that if that goes in the video. Oh my god.
No, it can go in. You're just obviously not going to show show what it is.
Well, no, it's filmed in 4K. It has to go in. Everyone has to see. That's the rules.
Well,
I was going to say,
I have to give permission for you to show stuff of my desktop.
I gotta say, one of those people looks very boobid for your tastes.
Yes, that's Ray, the mother of Ray's child.
No, I mean in the thumbnails, you numbnut.
I think we better call it. We better call it there.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'll speak to you all at the appointed time. On that bombshell, it really is now time to end. So go away, for God's sake.
Bye.
Bye.